Alright, let's make a guide. That's the wrong game. Man, NES is being very cooperative today with the loading of games. All right, so Adventures in the Magic Kingdom, a guide. First thing you want to do is give yourself a one-letter name. If you don't, then you'll lose frames. I know most of you people in chat already know how to play this game, but feel free to ask questions. So yeah, timer starts when you hit start here. You're gonna want to hold left, go up, walk to this first trivia person. There's no secret to the trivia. I like to hold A as I talk to them so that the text goes really fast, and then start mashing B so you get through. As soon as the cursor appears here, you can move it around, and you can press A or B to give your answer. I wish my input display worked. So yeah, like as you approach, hold A and then just mash B and press B to hit the answer is my advice. We're not going to do Space. Oh yeah, I guess we'll do Space Mountain. There's not really much. Again, anytime there's text, you should hold A and then mash B to get through the transitions. Space Mountain is just memorization, but it doesn't really matter what you do. You don't have to memorize the things, you can react to them because it's all on a rail. Like, being slow to hit one doesn't make the next one slower. So there's no time loss if you are slow, unless you are so slow that you miss them and you get hit 3 times and have to start over. That's obviously a time loss. The one thing you do want to do is make sure you take the correct path. When we get to planets D and E, there will be like forks where you can pick left or right. And if you pick the wrong one, it'll be a little bit slower path. So when you're in D, you want to always go right. And when you're in E, you want to always go left. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, enjoy this shitty music for 2 minutes. Try not to get distracted. So yeah, here's D. We always want to go right. If we go left, we go the wrong way. But yeah, there's not really a lot to say about Space Mountain. Speaking of getting distracted. So in E, you always go left at the forks. And you can, like, if you memorize the whole pattern of the arrows never change. So like, this one's always down, right, left, left, up, right, up. And you can memorize those and you can just mash them, and that gives you time to like drink water, drink beer, whatever. So again, you want to hold A as the text appears and mash B to get through it. Next up we got Autopia. So this one's a little more complicated. The main thing you want to do in Autopia is you want to make sure that there are not 2 other cars on the screen. So when it starts, you want to mash up to get your speed up. So this first green car, you want to try and bump him off if you can. But see, sometimes he's aggressive and he doesn't let you. And in that case, let's see if we can get a demonstration of bumping him off. So that wasn't it either. Of course, you know, now that that's what I want to do, he's going to be a jerk. Yeah, he's... Here, let's let the RNG run for a little bit. It's all random what the cars are going to do. Come on, dude. There we go. So you hit the thing, and that's fine. It's slower to have the lag of two cars on the screen than it is to hit that cone. So you want to bump the green guy off, and then zing over to the right and bump the blue guy off. You know, if that doesn't work, what you can do is a backup. Well, you can hit multiple cones and let him advance off the screen. Is after you pass the cones, tap the brakes. So it didn't work that time. If once you pass the cones, you tap the brakes, you can sometimes either the green will fall behind or the blue will zoom up the screen and take off. But they're not cooperating today, of course. Anyway, like the whole point of this level is to only ever have one other car on the screen. If there are two cars on the screen, the hitbox detection runs slow and you get lag frames. And what you can do to mitigate this is to not move left or right. That seems to help a little bit. Or if you take a ramp, then there's no hitbox calculations and there's no lag. So if you're in a situation where there has to be two cars, you want to take a ramp if possible. And if not, then you want to try to avoid moving left and right to reduce it as much as possible. But there's a few like kind of neat tricks you can do. So here you want to go like right on the edge, and here's a good one. So because there are no cars on the screen right now, what will happen is in the right track up ahead, a green car will spawn, and in the left track up ahead, a blue car will spawn. What you can do to have minimal lag here is you take the ramp and then scooch over to the left and land in between the rail and the left and the blue car, so that you push the blue car out pretty quickly after you land. You got to be a little careful because it can push you out. Let's give it a try. Just like that. That's what you want to do. And then bump this guy out, and then bump that guy out. I should have made a new save state. If you're not comfortable with that, then so there, like, green just kind of backed off, and that's random. You never know. You never know what they're gonna do. Sometimes that second blue car goes hard to the right and can box you out. Oh, green car was aggressive, or yellow car was aggressive there, so. Yeah, so I messed that all up. That's what you don't want to do, is land on the railing and you go out of bounds. If you want to take it easy, you can just stay on this side. The ramp will reduce some of the lag. This part, you just kind of go weave through these. Here's another. This is annoying. So you want to try to bump this guy, this yellow guy, off to the right. It can be kind of difficult. You can also just take the ramp. That's almost as good. Here you want to cross over, collect some stars. These guys are pretty easy to bump out. If you don't take that ramp, So man, there's a lot going on in this level. Let's back it up again. So here you want to go to the right and then jump over to the left. You can get 2 stars every time. Sometimes you can get 3 stars. The thing with the stars is you're going to use them for those, for these power-ups later on in the run. So you want to collect as many as you can in Autopia because they're not useful in Autopia, but we'll use them later. So you scooch over here. There we got the 3, so that's extra nice. It seems to be kind of inconsistent if you get that bottom right one, but you can try for it. It's not a big deal. It's just 1 star. Here in this section, you want to go just to the left of the middle set of cones, and the guys will kind of automatically bump out of your way, as we'll see. Bump, bump. That's super easy to do. Here, you can squeeze in between the railing and the ramp so that you don't take the ramp, and that nets you 1 extra star, but if you're not confident with it, just take the ramp. And you miss that star. Try to avoid that cone and land, and avoid the rail. The rail is obviously a lot worse because that bumps you backwards and kills all your momentum. The cone only takes you down one gear, I guess, and then you just kind of, if you're holding A and up, or maybe just holding A, you'll regain that speed right away, so it's not a big deal. Here, there's coming up another fork in the road, and if you are still starting out, you probably want to go to the right because you get a few more stars that way. Personally, I go to the left because I don't use all the stars, but I would recommend going to the right here. Make sure you stop for this ramp, or not ramp, this drawbridge. If you don't, you will fall in the water, and that's bad. Get these stars, bump this guy out, and here, this is like the last tricky bit here. So you're going to take this ramp and go to the right, and what you can do is weasel your way in between. Let's see if we can weasel your way in between the rail and this blue car that's apparently driving under the ramp right now. And then you can boost through without losing any momentum. The problem is it's a single horizontal pixel that you have to line up with to do it, and it's pretty tricky. If you're not comfortable with that, which you probably shouldn't be if you're watching this guide, then, or if you're just a person and not a task bot, you should go hard to the right, and you can tap the brakes and hope that the blue car drives off and doesn't bash you into the rail. But we're going to do a few attempts of this to see what kind of different situations happen. So that's the worst thing you can have happen. I was 1 pixel to the left, maybe 2 pixels to the left of where I needed to be, and I went out of bounds, and that's a death. That costs you, the whole amount of time that you were in Autopia so far again. So that's no good. We got bashed into the rail and lost a bunch of time, and my timer's really low because I was talking and not being paused, but that's okay. I don't know, we might not be able to even finish this with the amount of time we have left, but so what we can do is, well, you don't want to hit the brakes that much. Kind of tap the brakes and try and get around him, and then get to the end. But yeah, let's see if we can demonstrate the God pixel, as it were. There it is. So you do that, and that's amazing. You can get these 3 stars if you need some more stars. That's what you should strive for, but obviously it's quite difficult to do. So yeah, that's Autopia. Next, you want to go talk to this guy here in front of the castle. Just another question. Just hold A to advance the text, and then mash B through the text and wait until the answer shows up that you want. The questions, there's no secret to. Just memorize them. It's not much more you can do than that. Takes a while. There is like a cheat sheet floating around, but obviously looking them up on the cheat sheet's not very fast. Missing a question will cost you like 7 or so seconds. After you answer those 3 questions, we'll go on to Pirates of the Caribbean. So as you mash through the text, you want to hold right to immediately start going right. Jump out here, jump at the first tree, and then jump again so you don't get hung up on the wall. Go up here. So one of the kind of important things in Pirates is doing ladder jumps. So when you go to climb up a ladder, you can like just climb, well, first of all, that guy's in the way. You can just like jump on it and climb up normal. But you can also like sort of jump off the ladder right away again. And like some of them, it's not the easiest trick, but so you have to be holding left or right or it doesn't work. Like if I'm pressing A now and it doesn't work, if I press right and A, I'll jump off. So that's kind of the secret to it, is you want to jump on and then jump off right away, because it's much quicker than taking the ladder. So just like that, you want to jump up and up. Do a little jump here and then mash B to kick this barrel as soon as you hit it. Sometimes there's a guy, but don't worry about him. You can get these stars. This jerk appears in the window and he will throw the barrel at you. What you want to do is jump over it, but you got to slow down. As you see, I didn't slow down there. So you want to let the barrel pass. If you don't slow down enough, I like to kind of do a little dance in the air. If you don't slow down enough, you'll get hit and that wastes time. Ooh, that was a really bad one. The other thing I'd recommend is if you do a really excellent jump over the barrel, it might still be on screen. That was almost it. Oh. Yeah, I can't do it now. So, like, there you could kind of see, if you were paying attention, that the barrel, a couple pixels of the barrel were still on the screen, and that makes it really laggy. So you lose a lot of time if the barrel's still on the screen. So to combat that, just hop after you get the girl, and then hop into the boat. Here, just hold right. Like, sometimes you'll get hit by one. Most of the time you'll get hit by one cannonball. You know, if they hit you, they hit you. If not, you got lucky. But it's never worthwhile to try to dodge them. Like, you lose 1/3 of a second if you get hit, and that's fine. You can use your power-ups to freeze them, but it's unlikely that you're fast enough at menuing to save time doing that. So just hold right. You'll get hit by one usually. Sometimes you'll get hit by two, but it doesn't matter. So here, you're going to want to just jump up these stairs. Here, when you get to about here, you're going to want to pause. You're going to select, oh geez, EverDrive, don't do that. Pick invincibility. And you got to be careful with the menuing in this game. But, so, yeah, so you're going to pick invincibility when you get to the top. And then just jump across these, ignoring the fireballs. If that's too scary, then you're going to have to wait for these ones. There's two. Wait for that one. There's one. On this one, it's a little trickier. Because you want to go... let's see if I can get them to... Oh. If I can get them to respawn. Not used to this waiting thing. Wow. I'm really bad at the waiting. So... I didn't do what I wanted to demonstrate there. So there's two in the first hole, just one in the second one. You can actually just jump right over that one. So there's 3 fireballs in this third hole, and I only went far enough to spawn 2. So if I try to jump now, I'm going to get hit and get knocked back. There, it was fortunate I got knocked back onto the ground, but you can also get knocked back into the lava. So you want to make sure that you go far enough forward that you spawn all 3 if you're going to do the wait strats. But this is pretty easy to pull off. I recommend this. Just use your invincibility and jump. So a note about the menuing. If I'm holding right and I open the menu, it's going to go over to freeze right away. And then if you press down to try and get to invincible, you're going to get to 1-up, which is A, more expensive, and B, useless. So you want to make sure that you stop, let go of right, and then hit down A, select, and then back to holding right. Don't go too slow. If you do the invincibility too early, you can run into problems like that, where you get caught on the fireball, and that's real bad. So make sure you're like halfway across. Oh, see there, exactly what I was talking about. I didn't let go of right, so I got the 1-up. But yeah, you want to be halfway across that first thing before you use the invincibility. At least halfway. The later you can do it without falling in the pit, the better. Alright, so next we're going to go down here. And you can just ladder jump right off that. If you do that, make sure you're only holding right, and then you'll do a jump like that. If you hold right up... Well, now I can't get it to happen. Well, man. In runs, it's very easy to pull this off, but basically if you press up, you'll transition back up here, and that costs a bunch of time. So don't do that. Just hold right, jump off this guy, leap over this guy, leap over here, and now we have options again. So the fastest strat here is to use the freeze power-up. Here, let's save. And then you don't ever have to stop walking right. But the thing is, jump here. Here, let's actually... So when my foot touches this kind of smaller pile of gold in front of the other pile that's just below the skeleton, that's when I want to jump and do a full height jump. So hold A, and then when I land, I messed that up. Hold on. when I land, I want to freeze, jump again, and then jump again. So the thing is, that skeleton there, his hitbox is there even during freeze. So if you just jump, if you freeze and just walk, boom, you get knocked right in the water, and that's no good. So you want to jump, freeze, jump, jump. See there, I jumped too early and I caught him on the way down. So the cue here is when your front foot is somewhere in this little like purple gem, that's an appropriate time to jump. Jeez, this is hard to do from save states. So in the purple, jump, and then when you get to this little tiny pile of gold, jump again, and jump and get that. So that's the fastest. It's pretty challenging. You'll want to practice that to get the timing, the rhythm of the jumps down. Another option you can do, yeah, I got plenty of stars, is jump here. When you land, do invincible, and then just go through. So do it a little better than I did. Do invincibility again. And you can just kind of walk through, jump when it's getting near the end so you don't get hit. And then collect the torch. Oh man, I totally forgot it said fucking Unos down there. Yeah, it is. It is gonna say it forever. What's up? What's up, Dark Magician? If you're like low on stars, the starless strat is to just kind of wait for the coins, jump across, and just wait. So it looks like he's gonna get you, but if you just jump and wait, he can't hit you. Jump, wait. It's pretty rough. I really just don't think you should use that strat. Use the invulnerability one if you're nervous about the freeze, but it's an option. So yeah, geez, go through again. Do freeze, jump in the purple. Jump when you hit this last little gold pile. Get the torch and ladder jump. One thing you want to be cautious about is when you get to this point, if you ladder jump too high, let's see if I can trigger it, you'll die. Oh, here, let's fix the text too. Yeah, and you don't want to die. So don't do that. Oh yeah. Just ladder jump right away, and then this guy is Magoo. You wanna, as you transition, hold left and then press A and B at the same time to kind of do like a rising jump toss. So if I press B now, nothing happens. When you pick up this torch, still nothing happens, but when you transition to the next screen, you suddenly have a weapon. So as you go up, hold left, throw it, and jump. If that's too scary, just throw and walk. But throw and jump is a little faster. So yeah, then you want to ladder jump here up to this thing and jump down right as fast as you can. So come up here, ladder jump. This is one of the harder ladder jumps. Jump up and get that girl. if this guy makes you nervous, throw a candle at him on the way down, and then jump across here. Get this girl, jump across that little pit, jump, ladder jump, and then you can just walk. Get the last girl. That part is pretty straightforward. There's some backups though. So if I mean, there's not really any backups to this point, but say here, you know, ideally you want to jump across, but sometimes that exact thing happens. So you want to jump across and get that star if you need it. And then ladder jump, you know, pretty normal. If you miss this jump, make sure you throw something on the way down to hit that Magoo down here. You can throw it pretty high, as you see. Then you want to ladder jump and then bounce up here. And you won't lose that much time for the fall down if you do that. So yeah, I can't load state during that transition. So the thing is, if you fall down there, you want to do these ladder jumps to try and keep the camera from scrolling up, because you can't leave the level while the camera is scrolling. I really need to stop lighting the fire because I have to wait until it finishes to load state. You know, ideally just leap across, do a couple ladder jumps, and then don't worry about the camera because it's too short, it won't matter. But should you fall down, try and do these ladder jumps and then bounce. Like, that wasn't a very good one. That first one I did was excellent. The problem is it's much harder to do this well than the normal. So if you can, don't fall down. Get that star if you want it. Do a couple ladder jumps or just walk up. And then the final thing in the level is, as you fall, never press left. Just wherever you fall is fine. You know, try and stop holding right as soon as you get to the edge. But don't press left. Like, that just wastes time to go left if you're falling. There's no reason to do it. Never press left. When you land, as soon as the camera stops moving, you can finish the level by touching this campfire, just like that. And you light the signal fire, and you wait 100 years for the smoke to go, and then you leave on the boat. But Angry Larry found that if you throw a candle right before lighting the torch, and it's pretty forgiving, you have like a 15 frame window or something, or not right before lighting. If you throw a torch right before lighting the fire, you skip the boat bit. So there you could hear that I threw a candle right before lighting. And the signal fire goes up, and then you're just abruptly done. This saves 0.2 seconds. It's huge. Make sure you get it every time. Well, that I think was too long. I threw it way too early. But so yeah, if you miss it, it's not, it's 0.2 seconds. It's not worth fretting over. There, I was too far to the right. That was no good. Because you have to wait for the torch to get off screen to try again. So just give it one try. If you get it, you get it. If not, you don't. And that's it for Pirates of the Caribbean. As you leave, hold A, mash B, and hold down, and then go to the right and up and into the Haunted Mansion. So, Haunted Mansion is a fun one. Do I have... Okay, I got plenty of stars. Once again, you're going to want to hold right as you advance through this text. And there are three strats you can do here of varying difficulty. The simplest is to use invulnerability. Well, the simplest is to wait for the ghost to get in front of you. So this guy, if he hits you, you're dead in one hit, and you get this fun screen. So yeah, you don't want to get hit by him. So the easiest strat is to just wait for him to go away. You know, cutting it kind of close there, but that's okay. Another thing you can do is when you get to this point is use invulnerability, and then you can get ahead of him. You got to kill that guy though. And then just jump over this guy and you're in the door. And that's a lot faster than letting him go. Next is something that Dark Magician actually figured out. This is a way to do it without any stars. And it's kind of tricky, but a little bit of practice, it's very consistent. What you want to do is when you get to this gravestone, press A and B for a quick throw, and then jump up and jump again. It's pretty tight timing, but with a little bit of practice you can get it. The timing of the first jump is... Ooh, see there I went... I don't know what's going on. Now I can't do it anymore. There we go. So just a quick jump throw, and then jump between the ghost and the zombie. There is one faster strat, which the TAS uses. And so we call it the TAS jump. This is a very tricky thing. Oh yeah, you definitely want to clench when you're doing that one. That's a clench move. But it's... Once you get a rhythm for it, it's very consistent. Like, I almost never mess that up unless I'm making a tutorial about how easy it is. So the TAS jump, you just go... Nope. It's going to take me like 20 attempts to get this. Go right between the ghost and the zombie here. It's really risky. I certainly don't recommend doing it. There it is. Ridiculous. Don't try it at home. And then I messed up later. It saves you 8 frames over DM's strategy, so just use the Dark Magician strat. Thank him every time you do it. Clench. Yeah, so after you get past the ghost, the next little fancy thing that you need to do is you want to delay your jump over the guy that comes out of this headstone as long as possible. Because you want to be able to use the jump over him to throw a candle at the next zombie that's going to spawn up top. If that zombie makes it onto the screen, he causes a bunch of lag. So jump late, throw late, and you hit him. You can hear that he got hit. If you jump too early, you won't hit him. And so it's this guy whose face only is showing up at the top. He's the problem. He causes a bunch of lag when he comes on the screen, so you're trying to avoid him. If you miss it, just, do it later or whatever. It's not a big deal. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't delay your jump too much or you'll run into that guy. And you want to, also throw pretty late. You can actually throw... That was way too low. But like down here, that still hit him, even though it was well below where his feet are. So his hitbox is pretty wonky. See, that's good. That's too high. But yeah, so take care of that guy however you're gonna go in the door here. This is the easiest screen in the game. You're just gonna hold right. When your foot hits the second mirror, jump. When your foot hits the fourth mirror, jump. If you need extra stars, just jump and get these ones. Don't jump for that candle. You'll always get hit by the zombie. Just don't do it. And then jump at the mirrors. Fall down on this, jump, and jump again to get that candle. Stay low here, and you can jump over that. Let's see. So yeah, we'll say we need the stars. You eventually, you'll get to the point where you don't need those stars at all, so you can just ignore them. You need to jump over this hole and then jump up. Stay low here. You don't need that candle, but those 2 stars are helpful. And try and jump over this hole in one go, and then do a little jump up onto the coffin. So there's these hands that come out of the coffins. If you just ignore them and hold right, they will never hit you. They're just their hitboxes are weird. It might look like they're gonna hit you, but they're never gonna. So just hold right, jump over the things that need jumping, and this is the easiest screen. When you get to this last black pillar here, you want to jump up onto that chair. There's not a frame rule or anything goofy. Just when you get to it, just jump. For extra points, what you can do, because the update stops happening, is throw a candle right as you land on it, and it'll just float in place there. It's amazing. The swag candle, courtesy of I don't remember who found that one actually. Oh damn. But yes, the swag candle. There's 3 opportunities for a swag candle, and you'll have more than 3 extra candles, so there's no risk. It's only for swag. Yeah, that's right. The swag candle is how Larry discovered the Larry light. When you get up here, hold left. You can jump over that guy. You can't weasel past that second one though. So the easy strat here is, let's see, I got plenty of stars. I'd say the easiest strat is to jump over this guy, and then here, use invulnerability. You can get through the rest. Oh, no, you can't. I lied. You can just use invincibility there. That guy you can walk right past, but the other ones you might want to throw candles at. You lose a little time because you slow down a tad when you throw a candle. But this guy you can always ignore. So use invulnerability if you need to. Otherwise, just throw candles at him. You know, you can go take the high route and get that candle for some extra ones. If you're going to throw candles, that's another thing. If you're going to throw candles, you lose a lot more time if you stand on the ground and throw them than if you jump. See, I lost so much time I couldn't even get under that guy. So you want to definitely jump, throw the candle. Ooh, not for that second one. But really what you want to do is you can get through here candleless. Oh, not like that. But you got to be careful. So how these dancing ghosts works is they periodically look at where you're standing, and if they're above or below you, they move up or down to get to your level. So what you want to do is wait for this first couple to move down and then jump onto the back of the piano. This is going to be hard to explain in real time, I guess. So they move down, jump up. You don't want to do a full height jump here because your goal is to not land on the mantle of the fireplace. In doing this, you're also going to trigger the second ghost couple to move upward because you're high up, and that'll allow you to get underneath them. So we didn't hit the mantle. That's good. If you hit the mantle, it's fine. You can still get under them, but it makes the next bit a little more complicated. So, you know, there's no way that couple's going to get down to get us. So we're going to continue going left. Oh, I didn't know you could hit down an A to get off the mantle. I have a different backup for that, but that's good to know, Dark Magician, that you can just hit down an A and get off the mantle. But assuming you don't, you make it down onto the floor, you're going to hold left, and when you get this star that's just on the left of the screen there, you're going to do like a medium-sized jump to jump over the next ghost couple. So now we're in good shape. We're going to make it over this one, and then we're going to land on the edge of this table, and you're going to want to do just a very tiny jump. Just tap A to try and get up onto the back of the player piano. And then immediately jump again so that you can get over these ghosts. But now, what we want to do is use these ghosts to damage boost. We're high enough off the ground that we're going to land on that the momentum increase from the damage boost will push us forward more, and will the like, normally when you get hit you kind of like take a knee and wait, but if you're in the air you don't, and the take a knee animation will expire before we hit the ground. But the thing is, when you get hit, you bounce the opposite way that you're facing. So before you get hit by these ghosts, you want to press right so that you bounce downward like that. Or not downward, but leftward like that. And then hold left again. And you saw, like, as soon as we hit the ground, we started running again. Oh, geez. Oh, geez, EverDrive. And that saves just a tiny bit of time. So that's what you want to do. And then here, we'll do it all in real time just so you can see what it looks like. That's what you want to do. Some backups. So, oops. If you land on the mantle, I just let go of left briefly to fall down. It's kind of hard to do in real time, I'm sorry. So if you end up on the mantle, you can press down A to get down. That's cool, that's good to know. And then not do a big enough jump. Try to land on the mantle and can't that time. So yeah, you can press down A, or what I do is I just let off left there briefly. The thing is, if you just hold left, you'll land on that table, and that kind of puts everything out of sync going forward. So you land on the table, now you can't damage boost, so you gotta throw a candle at that guy. So you lose not only the time of the damage boost, but you lose also the time that it takes to throw a candle. Yeah, if you fall off the piano and don't get a jump, those guys, the second couple will hit you. So you want to throw a candle. You can either try for that swag hit. Ooh, there's another thing. You want to kind of let off. You don't want to try and get like a frame perfect damage boost, or you'll land on the mantle, and that loses a tiny bit of time because the getting hurt animation isn't over. But so yeah, like basically the backups are just like if something's gonna hit you, just throw a candle. See, that's no good. I did it too perfectly. And you don't want to do that. But so yeah, this is the ballroom part. That was exquisite. That's what you want to do every time. So next is the chandeliers and chairs. What I like to do here we have a trick that I call the Unos chair because he was the first person I saw do it. So let's see how to explain this. So this chandelier will start moving up a certain amount of time after it spawns. And sometimes like you want to get into a situation where you're not waiting for these timer things to happen. So what you can do is drop down on it and then jump back and jump onto the chair from that platform. Otherwise, like if you do the intended thing, you won't make that jump. So you got to wait for the chair to come back a second time. Like, you know, you can't make that jump. So jump back up and then just get on it. But don't, like, if you go too fast, you know, you won't spawn it. Or you'll miss. You know, you want to kind of take it easy and go a little slow there. I know it seems counterintuitive, but it is what it is. You know, the backup is just to wait. You gotta wait a little longer than that. If you get a ghost couple that spawns, another way you can do this. Here, you gotta get rid of that chandelier. Another way I've seen people do is to just jump. I'm not good at that strat because I don't do it. But rather than falling down on the thing to jump and then jump again, I prefer falling down on the chandelier and taking it slow. So yeah, that's the Unos chair. Try and get on this chair in one cycle if you can. Once you get on, we want to jump onto this next chandelier kind of as quickly as possible. The way I time it is I try and get that candle that's on the left of the screen. So get that candle. And now when we land on this, there's two left and right chairs that are coming up. And they're like synchronized so that it's kind of slow to get through if you go like the casual way. And then you get to this chandelier. You don't want to do that. But what you can do is be very aggressive with your jumps and get through a lot quicker. So that was what you wanted to do ideally. Let's kind of explain it. So you want to jump late onto that chair and immediately jump again and jump to the left to force this chandelier to spawn. Let's see if I can do a better job. Late jump, jump again to force this chandelier to spawn, and then try and land on the far left of that chandelier to get that next chair to spawn. So this method, it's quite risky. It's very easy to... Well, now I'm not going to be able to mess it up on purpose. Yeah. So you can have that happen. That's a sticky chair. If you jump too late, you get stuck on the right side of that chair, sort of thing. Got that sticky chair. You don't want that. If you do that, you can't jump right away or you'll fall. So late jump, you just gotta slow down. You know, I'm not recovering well from sticky chairs. So sticky chair, get up on the top chair And then what you want to do, if you're slow, is you want to wait on this chandelier. Don't go to the far left. Wait till it starts moving up. Otherwise, so if we do it the slow chairs and go to the left right away, that chair spawns too early and we can't get to it. And now we got to wait for another cycle. So we don't want to do that. Ideally, what you want to do, if you get sticky chaired, is just jump, land on the middle. I didn't listen to my own advice. Or like, if... Okay, we do it the slow way. Land on the middle. When it starts moving up, move to the left. Spawn the chair, jump, and jump again. No big deal. What's up, coach? Yeah, make a tutorial for a game that nobody's playing anymore. You know, someday somebody might want to pick this up, and there weren't too many tutorials of it already, and we found a lot of new strategies in season 6 of Elite. But yeah, you can also just kind of like take it casually through here, if you want to minimize risk. Jump. When your foot gets to the end of the window, you can jump again. Oh no, not me. I didn't find any new technology. Techniques, I guess, not technology. I just strung a bunch of the new tech together. To make a fast run. So yeah, you got to be careful. You know, be cognizant of what, when you spawn things. So the trick that you're trying to do here is to spawn the second chandelier. See there, I jumped too soon. And again, spawn the second chandelier. Now all I'm gonna get is sticky chair. As fast as possible, and you want to make sure you don't despawn it, and then it will be moving up already by the time you get to it, and that lets you get through the fastest. And there you have it. As soon as you get past that window, you're free to jump, do another swag candle. This screen is an auto scroller. The chair moves and these books fly at you. What I recommend is going as far to the right as you can, which is like ridiculously far. Clearly he would fall off the chair if he was doing this. And then just throw candles as the books come. And it's as easy as that. Then you get to this chair part, but we'll go over that in a bit. An alternative strategy is to go as far to the left as you can so you have the most time to react to the books. A lot of them you can hit before they even start moving. This is the tricky part if you don't do to the right. You gotta hit those 2 books there. And like some of them come late. So I really strongly encourage you to go all the way to the right. If you're feeling extra swaggy. Oh, I didn't do it. If you're feeling extra swaggy, you can do the Angry Larry patented Larry jump. Maybe it's Yo Larry is what we call it. I don't remember. You gotta jump over this book. I don't recommend it. That's crazy. I felt like I was gonna die doing that. But again, and at this point you shouldn't need stars. Like, you should get enough stars just as you go through the auto scroller, and you shouldn't need candles either. If you do, like, just hop up and get one and then try and reposition yourself on the right. And after this last bookcase, you got to do these chairs, and just, you want to walk to the far right of them and then jump each time. There's no like special Special thing, just jump when they start to fall, basically. In the next room, you'll want to have 8 candles. So if you're feeling low, go ahead and grab that. Get up on the chair. Didn't get the swag candle. It is very Larry, yeah. I don't recommend the Larry jump. It looks cool though. So this is the boss room. And you'll notice that there is no boss. Because Ghost Boss is a big asshole. And he only spawns if you're moving. So he came pretty quickly that time. He can spawn from any of the 4 corners. And he only spawns if you're moving. I think he has a chance every 1 second to spawn. And if you aren't moving on the frame it checks, then he won't spawn. So like, we can stand here forever and he'll never spawn. I think even jumping doesn't count. Yeah, you have to be moving left or right. So when you get up here, just hold right. Like, that's super lucky. We got the... I wonder if we're gonna get the same spawn every time. Use invincibility. Hit him 8 times. That's it. That's all there is to it. I'll wait a little bit to try and get a different spawn. So he got in the top. If he comes from the top, jump up to get the first hit on him, then use your menu to do invulnerability, and don't jump again. Because if you jump again, let's see if we can get a top spawn again. So there was something interesting. He spawned in the bottom left, and it was probably hard to see if you weren't paying attention. Rewind it and look again. He spawned in the bottom left, and I kept walking right and pushed him off the screen, causing him to despawn. And now I have to go through the whole rigmarole again of getting him to spawn by moving. 1 second. Okay, where were we? Oh, so now we need to spawn him again. So there, the top spawn. See, if you keep jumping, he'll keep going up. And it'll be hard to hit him. So just don't do that. You know, ideally you get this spawn. And you just throw your 8. After you hit him the 8th time, then you can jump. Because you want to advance this text as fast as possible, and then just leave down to the bottom. So yeah, if we get... I don't want that spawn. See, if you're jumping around, he'll go high. There, we despawned him again. Oops, I meant to just use invulnerability. Not load the save state. See, now we've got him going high all over the place, and it's easy to miss. You don't want to do that. So if he spawns high, just jump once to get that initial hit on him. Also, like, you'll notice you can hit him even when he's pretty far behind you without turning around. The one thing is you don't want to miss, because then you got to wait for the candle to fly off screen. See, and that's much slower. So try not to miss. But you don't need to be that... See, there, we missed one. But you don't need to be that precise. Like, his hitbox is pretty ridiculous. So that's it. That's Ghosts. That's Haunted Mansion. One more question for now, and then we go to Big Thunder Mountain. Big Thunder Mountain, the main key is to read this text. So we got third station. There's 4 stations at the end. You got to go to whichever one Mickey tells you to go to. If you don't read it, then you got a 1 in 4 chance of guessing, and that's pretty garbage. Other than that, this is essentially an auto-scroller. There are some obstacles, but you don't have to press anything to just progress through the level. If you don't press anything, you'll run into obstacles. You'll hit like a gate here, and a second gate here, and then a boulder will come and hit you, and you'll be dead right there. So you don't want to just hit nothing. And there's lots of different ways you can get through this. The other thing is you can hit B to like slow down. So if you end up going away where you're gonna crash into something, like, oh no, there's this gate here, I don't want to hit it, you hold B, it'll open up. Hold B again, it opens up. You know, you can avoid obstacles in a pinch by doing that. And like, now there's this rock coming up. Oh, hold B. But that's awful. Like, you're slowing down. So, when I first started running this game, I had a little map that told me which way I could go. And I would just pause and read my map and then see where to go, because otherwise I would crash into all kinds of crap. That's also viable. I don't recommend it. Instead, there's a very easy pattern you can memorize to get you most of the way through this level. And that's to go left 4 times. No, 3 times? Okay, now I'm not even remembering it. But we're going to demonstrate. So, when you come to a fork, here we have, there's 3 different kinds of forks that you can hit. This is a left-right fork. In a left-right fork, you'll always go right. If you don't press anything. If you press left, or you press right, or up or down, you know, if you press left, you'll go left. If you press anything else or nothing, you'll go right. They're kind of weird. So like, one thing that can happen, which we call the random effect turn, is you can like tap left. Let's see if I can pull it off. If you tap left at the beginning of the fork, you can like start to go left, but then get turned around and go back the other way. It's not cooperating with me now, but let's see if I can pull one off. I think that one did it a little bit. It's hard to see. But anyway, so you kind of want to hold left throughout the whole fork when you're trying to go left. And you want to do that for 1. All right, now this is, you know, a straight and right fork. On any fork where you can go straight, that's the default. So if you want to go right, you have to press right here. Anything else, you'll go straight. Unfortunately, you can't see where I am because I got hit by a rock, but that's expected. It's okay to take hits. So this one, you don't have to do anything. Now we have another left-right one, and we want to go left again. So that's 2 lefts. Coming up is another left-right. We're going to take that one left as well. So that's 3 lefts. After the 3rd left, you're going to hit this gate. Don't brake for it. Just just crash through it, take a second hit. It's fine. You need to get hit 3 times to lose. After this one, there's another left. Don't take that left because it goes off the rails. And if you go off the rails, that's instant death. So what we're going to do, again, is left once, twice, 3 times. And then if you want, you can go left here, or you can just forget it. It's a little faster to go left there, but it doesn't really matter. At this point, you don't have to press anything for a while. It'll look like you're going to hit rocks. Don't get nervous. Just put the controller down, check your email, call your mom, whatever you're going to do with, 40 seconds of your life. When you get to this part where you've gone all the way to the right and you pass that rock, now we have to decide which station we're going to go to. So for this run, we got station 3, but we're going to demonstrate all 4 stations. So once you get past that rock, you're going to go, basically you're going to be stuck to the right. So if you want to get to station 4, the stations are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, left to right. If you want to get to station 4, you just don't ever press anything again. Boom, station 4. Oh, I thought we got station 1 for this demo. So yeah, station 4 is easy. Just press nothing. For station 1, you want to just hold left at some point. I think I did it too late. Nope, it's fine. You just hold left. You get over to station 1. Now it's too late to get to station 1, but like just sometime in this mix. I don't like, as soon as you have gotten all the way to the right, then it's safe to just hold left. The one thing is, like, holding left causes some more lag during parts where there's lots of crap on the screen. So if possible, only press left when you want to go left. But if you're still like getting the feel for the level, just hold left there. It's fine. If you want to get to station 2 or 3, you want to wait until these like little quick turns are done. When you see this kind of like figure 8 pattern over on the left, now we can no longer get to station 1. So if we want to get to station 2, that's just a hard left at this point, and station 3 is a little trickier. So for this turn, you can go left, but it doesn't really matter because the tracks meet up again. If you want to get to station 2, you just keep holding left. And there you go, station 2, no problem. Station 3 is actually the hardest one to get to. So here we can do actually a good demonstration of the RE turn. That's ridiculous, right? So this one is the one to really look out for, because like you can try and go left and get zoomed right back, but it also doesn't matter. Like, just stay straight on that one, go left, go right, go left, and then you get to station 3. Left, right, left, station 3. Again, left, just left and nothing. You just have to go left this one time. Oh, and that one does the RE turn as well. So just hold left, let go, station 2. No big deal. Press nothing, get to station 4. Station 3, left, right, left. You have to press all of them because of the defaults. Oh, actually, no, maybe you don't. Let's see, left, right, and then nothing. So that's it. That's Big Thunder Mountain. There's probably a better path through this. I started to try and work on what is the least laggy path through Big Thunder Mountain, but there's so many decisions that the graph of the decision tree was just too long, and I got bored and didn't want to do it anymore. So I recommend the 4 lefts at the start, Let's go to the wrong station so we can see the whole thing from start to finish. If you do mess up a level, don't go down and back in, because that's 2 steps. Instead, you want to just, if you mess up a level, just hold left, and you'll walk into the other part of the door. So 3rd station, it actually never changes. If you mess it up, like, it'll be the same the 2nd time. It's decided when you very first start. So again, what we're gonna do, left, left, left. Hit that gate, 1 more left. And that's it. Call your mom. Just remember, if it's station 4 or not station 4, then you're gonna have to do something again at the end. So station 3 this time, as soon as we get to the far right, which is here, start paying attention again. Wait for the figure 8, there it was. We go left, right, nothing. Station 3. After Big Thunder Mountain, you're going to go down and then to the right and down and to the right and down and talk to this guy. What kind of pies? Gooseberry pies. This one asks you 2 questions. If you get the second one wrong, you got to redo both questions. So just be mindful. After that, just walk to the castle and you're done. That's it. That is how you play Adventures in the Magic Kingdom Speedrun. I hope I detailed everything. Mash through the text and check out the main character. His arms are incredibly long. Long arms or no arms. So yeah, hopefully this is useful to someone in the future, because I don't actually know anyone who plays this anymore.